Welcome to MINITAB 1 Help. Well, first of all, I want you to know that Blackboard will change. I always try to put up what's currently due or some help that is needed at the time first in order, so we have our MINITAB assignments. So this whole video is going to be all about help with MINITAB 1. So this is the first part of MINITAB 1 Help. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the MINITAB assignments folder. Now I'm assuming that everybody has MINITAB 15 on their computers, or they've already gone to the campus and found a lab where they have MINITAB 15 on the computers in any lab at GMU. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the MINITAB assignments folder, and you're going to see two things. You're going to see MINITAB commands and help, and then the MINITAB assignment 1. Now we're first going to look at this MINITAB commands and help. This is a nice, concise way to find what you need to do your MINITABs. Now MINITAB 1 goes over Chapter 1 and 2. So here's the help for Chapters 1 and 2. You're going to click into that particular folder, and you're going to have commands. It's going to guide you through using MINITAB. It will tell you that you have to enable the commands, and it shows you how to do that. So it really gives you a step-by-step instruction on how to get started in MINITAB. The next is how to do a sort. That means to get your data to go from smallest to largest, and it tells you the command for doing that. If the data should be stacked, which most of your data will not be stacked, this is the command that would unstack your data. We also went through the tally command, and here is both the commands for the tally command and an example of what the result would be in the sessions window. The next is the bar graph, and we've done these in class, but these are a nice, concise way to show you the commands and the result that you'll get from those particular commands. Here's the pie chart commands that we went over in class, and then there's the histogram, which we also went over, and there's our stem plot. And we also have our time plot. Again, so we have the commands on the left and the results on the right. Now as we go further, we see, which we saw, I gave you a quick example, but here's a dot plot. These are the commands for the dot plots. They're very nice. And what we're going to see in Chapter 2 is the mean, median, and standard deviation, the commands for those, to get a 5-number summary. Again, these are all Chapter 2. These are the commands for Chapter 2. And so we'll be using these later on. So as you can see, in this particular folder, you've got a lot of information and a lot of help to guide you through using MINITAB. So that's our MINITAB help command and help folder. But what you're concerned about is, hey, what's MINITAB 1 about? Well, when we go into this folder, we're going to see the instructions for your MINITAB assignment and the data sets that go with this particular MINITAB assignment. The data sets, anytime you open up the data sets, you are going to have to copy and paste what appears in the command window as soon as you open it. That's imperative in order for your MINITAB to be graded. And I'm going to show you in a minute what I mean by that. So we're going to click on to MINITAB Assignments 1 and get the instructions for this MINITAB. And we're going to go over it. So here's MINITAB Assignment 1. What you see in blue is imperative that you do. You will have points taken off of your MINITAB if you do not follow these directions explicitly, and if you do not follow every direction subsequently. So the first thing is you have to put your name on your paper. Under your name you put Stat 250 with your section number. Put MINITAB Assignment 1 centered on the top of your page 1, and number and letter the answers to these MINITAB questions accordingly. Use complete and coherent sentences to answer the questions. When you're finished, staple your paper. And for those that are in my in-class, you'll hand the paper in at the start of the class that it's due. For you, my online class, you make sure you email it to the GTA by 12 midnight on the day that it's due. So what you should do when you first begin is you're going to open up a word processor. I'm going to open up Microsoft Word. So the first thing that you're going to do is put your name, Stat 250 in the section number, and MINITAB 1 assignment as directed in the blue lettering. So I've written a name. Let's just say that someone was in the Distance Learning 1 section, or you could be in Distance Learning 2, or Section 003, 004, all the way up to 009, whatever it is. And now I'm going to center my MINITAB. So I go up here to Home, and I make sure that I'm centering that. And now I'm ready to begin my problem. So I need to uncenter it, and I'm ready to start my MINITAB. I'm going to give a couple of spaces. So I'm going to pull this aside, and let's look at what problem number 1 is. Number 1 is, do this problem. That's in your book. So I'm going to copy that and paste that into here, because this way I can have the proper numbering. So let's get rid of this, and let's do some proper numbering going on here. So I'm going to say I'm going to do numbering, and so I'm ready to do number 2. So right now I'm just kind of formatting. So I need to find problem number 1. Problem number 1 is probably going to have parts to it. So I'm going to have to do this, and more than likely there's going to be part A, B, and C, or whatever. But as I read this, it says, do problem 1.34 on pages 31 through 32. The data is on Blackboard in the MINITAB Assignments folder. The MINITAB file is named MINITAB 1, Problem 1 Data, so make sure you copy and paste all responses in the Sessions window generated when you open up that data set. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do just this. I'm going to have to copy and paste. So let's do this. We're going to say and then we're going to copy and paste that in there. Time to open up that data set. So I go into the MINITAB Problem 1, Data Set 1. I open it up. It's now going to open up into MINITAB. So this is what you'd see. You say download the file, and here it comes. Open. And there comes our data. Now this is what I'm telling you. You need to copy and paste what's up here. So you either can do Control-A to get all of it, or however you want to do it, and then hit Control-C to copy it, and then go to your document, and you're going to paste it. So in here, I'm going to paste the response, or Control-V. Either one will paste it. A nice feature would be whatever you do in here, to do it in a different font. Not that you have to, because we're not asking for colored, but just for your own sake when you're looking at it. So I've made it blue just so I know, okay, I put my responses in the Sessions window. Now I need to find this problem, problem 1.34. If you've got your book, then you can get that, or even the e-book. So we can go into our stats portal, go into the e-book, and we can actually find this problem, or you can just go on and open up your book and get the problem. So I'm in the chapter Exercises, and I'm looking for 1.34. This is the food, oil, and health, the fatty acids, and this is the problem that we're working on. Now, if we look in here, Part A says make a histogram of these data using classes bounded by the whole numbers 0 to 6. So we want whole numbers as our tick marks, and we want to use classes bounded by whole numbers. So in Part 2, we're going to continue with doing this problem.